Most people moving up in Toronto right now are making the same costly mistakes, and it's quietly wrecking their chances to save hundreds of thousands of dollars. Prices just dropped another 5%, but inventory is flooding the market, which means the rules are changing fast. If you don't know when and how to act, you will get stuck paying way more, waiting longer, or losing out completely. This isn't just about buying a bigger home. It's about beating a market that's quietly slipping away from most buyers right now. If you are in your current Toronto home and you're thinking, this place isn't working for me anymore, maybe the family's growing, maybe you're working from home and need more space, or maybe you want something nicer. And in certain cases, you might be even considering keeping your current home as a rental and buying another one. If that sounds like you, then this video is for you. Detached house prices in the city dropped 5.2% in 2025 and semi-detached 3% in the same period. Move-up buyers in Toronto don't get the guidance they really need. The way things are shifting, 2025 to GTA prices down 5%, but inventory is up nearly 17% compared to the previous year. The opportunity is there to save you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Stick with me till the end because I'm going to walk you through the biggest mistakes move-up buyers make, especially around deposits, qualification, and timing, and how you can avoid wrecking your move. Let's break down why every move-up buyer in Toronto needs to get this right in 2026. First step is understanding your real equity. And I mean really understanding it, not just guessing what you think you have. Equity is simply the difference between what your home can realistically sell minus all the debts secured against it. That means your mortgage, any home equity lines of credit, or any other liens on your property. Let me run a quick example using round numbers to keep it simple. Say your Toronto home could sell for $1 million. You owe $500,000 on your mortgage, and you might have a $100,000 equity line of credit. That leaves you with $400,000 on paper as your equity. But, and this is key, that is not your usable equity. Why? Because you have to factor in real world costs that most people ignore. First, selling cost. If you're working with a realtor, you'll pay commissions, staging, repairs, legal fees. Second, mortgage penalties. If you have a fixed mortgage, breaking it early can trigger a hefty interest rate differential penalty. If you have a variable mortgage, the penalty is 3-month interest regardless of the remaining mortgage term. You need to ask your lender to give you an actual penalty figure. Then add discharge fees and legal fees. Another thing to look into is paying off other debts that are unsecured, such as lines of credit, credit cards, and car loans, to help improve your mortgage qualification for the next home purchase. That $400,000 might actually shrink closer to $300,000 once all these factors are taken into account. That's the number that truly matters. For closing costs, you've got the Ontario and City of Toronto land transfer taxes, which on a $1.2 million home is roughly $40,000. Then add legal fees, title insurance, appraisal, home inspection, and adjustment. Having liquid cash outside the down payment is necessary. Another thing to keep in mind is of April 1st, 2026, homes in Toronto that are over $3 million will have higher land transfer taxes. Now, the deposit trap. This one is one of the biggest mistakes move-up buyers make. Usually your deposit is due within 24 hours of an accepted offer. If your deposit funds are tied up in investments, your current home sales proceeds, or locked in registered accounts, you need to plan ahead. Make sure you have at least 5% of the purchase price available in cash or via line of credit until you liquidate those investments. It's important to have the deposits ready when you need it once you have an accepted offer. Next, let's take a look at the mortgage qualification. A proper pre-qualification looks at mortgage penalties, debt service ratios, and full underwriting of your income versus debt. For those thinking about keeping their current home as a rental, here's how it works. Say your property is worth $1 million and you owe $500,000. You can usually borrow up to 80% of the property value. So about an additional $300,000 in this case could be available for your new down payment. You might do a refinance, a secured line of credit to get that cash out. But you have to do this before you start your house hunting. Keep in mind the additional debt will impact your qualification for the new purchase. Once you have the finances figured out, liquid capital available, the search for the new home begins. The sequence of operations can be one of the following. Sell your current home first, then buy the new one, or buy first, then sell your current home. In today's market, it's prudent to sell first with a long closing of 90 to 120 days, then buy a home. During the time when you're getting your current house ready for sale, the search is on for the new home. It will take time to find the right property for your growing family. The second scenario of buying first, then selling works if you are well capitalized and your current home is in a desirable neighborhood with low supply in an attractive price range. I'll give you an example. I had clients who outgrew their house and were looking for a property in a specific pocket for their kids' high school and quick access to transit in the city. In this case, they bought the house with a long closing date, and during that period of house search, we got their current house ready for sale. Their house in Riverdale, which is a very desirable neighborhood for move-up buyers out of the condo space, was in the right price range for the target market. The home was listed quickly after they bought, and we sold it in a few days with multiple preemptive offers. The first strategy of selling, then buying is safer. However, every situation is unique. Now, with respect to timing the market, the truth is you need to look at not just the property price, but also the carrying costs. For example, $1 million property bought in 2022 with 20% down payment and a 2% mortgage rate has a monthly mortgage payment of $3,388. If the same house dropped 20% today to $800,000 with 20% down payment and a mortgage rate of 4.15, that would cost $3,419 per month, a difference of $31 in mortgage payment. What matters most when it comes to timing is buying a property that you intend to live in at least 7 years. The current market is ideal for move-up buyers who have outgrown their current homes to take advantage of the high supply and lower purchase prices. You will save thousands in down payment and closing costs. So here's the bottom line for move-up buyers in Toronto. Know your numbers and have a real estate agent lay out a specific plan and timeline for your scenario. Do this and you can move up confidently, protect your wealth, and avoid the costly mistakes that trip up so many move-up buyers. If you found this helpful, please hit the like and subscribe so more people can benefit from this information. If you want a personalized breakdown, my contact information is in the description below. I'm happy to help you create a plan tailored to selling your current home and buying your next one in this shifting Toronto market. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.